I like weird and different stuff. You gotta walk around the whole long car too. A little bit of a process here. This one had a failure that we had never seen before. More weird stuff. It's English. What do you want? Hey everyone, and welcome back to DC Motorwerks. My name is Cameron. We thank you all for tuning in with us today. We have brought you something different today. This is a 1968 Jaguar, and that is right, Jaguar, not Jaguar. Jaguar XKE, absolutely beautiful. This one was recently restored by its owner, and it is actually in a different English color. This is Aston Martin's California Sage, my favorite Aston Martin color. If I ever do find a DB9 or DBS in this color that I can put my hands on, I definitely will. But this one came in with the typical English problem, is that it's leaking oil and it has electrical issues. So kind of the normal thing, unfortunately. But and this one actually had another failure that we have never seen before here at DC Motorwerks. That's I'll get into in a moment. But just wanted to show you and appreciate this beautiful car. And we'll show you what all we did to get this one fixed up, which actually wasn't as bad as expected, which is a good thing for us and the client. We can see those beautiful wire wheels and just the iconic shape with the long hood, that classic kind of like teardrop look, I guess you'd call it. Kind of gives you the old knockoff wheel look and everything. Again, just absolutely beautiful car, and just something different than we're used to seeing with all the Gertalian or whatever we call it around here stuff. All the Mercedes and Lamborghinis that are always floating around here. So I like weird and different stuff, and this client was referred to us by a Lamborghini client, and he said, "Can you help out my friend? No one can really work on his Jag." So nonetheless, it ended up here. Here you can see it is the E-Type Jaguar with the 4.2 straight 6, which we'll show you the fun part about opening the hood there in a moment. And you can see another cool little detail is the skinny twin exhaust pipes. I like the old school stuff with the very small diameter exhaust pipes. They look cool and sound just as cool. Let's go ahead and show you how to open that hood. It is a two-step process. So you can see if cameraman can get a good view, but on either side, you have these little latches. And what you do is turn and pull them out. I have to do that on both sides. So this is why you charge more, to work on stuff like this. But you open both of those, and then you can see the hood comes to its second latching position. Get your secondary latch, and look at that thing of beauty. Dual overhead cam, inline 6, 4.2 liter, which is very large for an inline 6. A very nice presentation with like the cooling fins. You get your old side draft Stromberg carburetors. Very finicky things, but they work in this one, which is great. See your old monster AC compressor there. Probably saps about 50 horsepower. But I bet that thing puts out some cold air. It does not work currently as one of the things that we will do later in the year when he doesn't have to enjoy this one as much. He wants to drive it here in the summertime, so we just want to do the main things here. See, the alternator is mounted backwards from usual. So just very weird English stuff. It pulls up the fender and everything, so you get to see the suspension. And this one has been very nicely restored. Not going too crazy. It is actually originally an automatic model, which I'm very glad to see is that he converted it to a 5-speed manual. And we'll go ahead and push these back in, latch them down. You gotta walk around the whole long car too. And there you go, it is back together. And I wish we had smell-o-vision for this old English leather. It is really a smell that you cannot replicate anywhere else other than European cars. You get your nice thin wood steering wheel, which we'll get out for a ride in a moment and enjoy that as well. What we fixed on this one, it had a monster battery draw. So a 5-amp battery draw. I've never seen one quite that high. And what it ended up being is that the blower motor for the air conditioning is not on switched power, it is on constant power. And the switch was on and the blower motor is seized. So was just drawing all the power out of the battery. So just a simple turn it off, and it fixed the battery draw. So on an old English car with Lucas Electronics and things, it was very nice to have that, such an easy fix. And like I said, we talked to the owner, and he said later in the year he will get into doing the whole air conditioning system, because the blower motor is not exactly easy to get to either. And other than that, it has the normal oil leaks, rear main seal and kind of thing, but it actually isn't too bad for an English car. So again, he's gonna enjoy it while we have this nice weather here in North Georgia, and then he will put it down for the winter to do some serious work. But let's go ahead and jump inside and go for a ride. A little bit of a process here. Reminds me of like a C4 Corvette with the large sill that is very high. You kind of sit in a bucket. With that, you got your 5-speed manual transmission. And then just turn the key. She fires right up. Happy little car. So here we are in the interior of the E-Type, and it is pretty tight in here. You can see I'm pretty close to cameraman Tony there. But a very cool cockpit feeling. Kind of reminds me of aviation, the way you get all the gauges and buttons and all the things. It is a very, very cool feel. And like I said earlier, the thin wood wheel with your Jaguar right there. Oh, no horn, sorry. Super neat. I like English cars. Maintaining them is a different story, but it is nice when you get to enjoy them a little bit just like this. As I kind of teased earlier, this one had a failure that we had never seen before, and that was in the clutch. I don't even know if you can call it a failure, but like I said, this one is a converted 5-speed manual, originally an automatic car, but we were trying to get it off the trailer. You notice that you couldn't get it into gear when you pushed the clutch in. Come to find out, you had to push the clutch about halfway, and then it worked perfect. We didn't really dig into why that is. It seems the travel's weird, but it doesn't make any sense. But what we ended up doing was create a stopper on the clutch pedal here so that it behaves properly now. So nice, easy fix again on your 60s Jag, 60s English car, we'll say. Just unheard of things, but we are super happy about it. Get the nice look down the long hood there with kind of the power dome. So visibility is not the strong suit, especially when you have one exterior mirror, and they're so tiny that you just can't see. And you get a rear view mirror, so you get a little bit. But good thing is all the greenhouse is very large. There's big windows that you can see very well. And maybe you saw there that this is not equipped with power steering. Or actually, you can say it is. It is equipped with all the power you can muster to steer it. Just a nice short throw 5-speed manual. Got your old balloon tires, which feel just great. Just an experience you don't see anymore. And brakes are kind of the same situation. All the power you can muster. It does have disc brakes, but it is very early disc brakes. It was just that era. Stopping and things weren't the strong suit of cars of this era. But the driving experience that was everything. Nice close ratio. Really heavy input on the throttle pedal. It's kind of like a Lamborghini in that way, all the heavy inputs. There we are, up into 5th, a nice overdrive. The engine's not screaming, which is always a plus on old cars like this. It's nice and floaty, but steering feels pretty good. It's about my happy spot for vintage cars like this. You know, around 60, 65 miles an hour is kind of a comfort zone. It's not like a modern car where you do 90 miles an hour and it doesn't feel like you're really moving. It feels like a lot's happening in this one. I still drive it one-handed, and I got plenty of room for my feet. But the seating feel is awesome. Could definitely do a long trip in this car. Definitely gives some forethought to your stopping situation. Pretty good turning radius, even though it is a pretty long car. Big power, but it feels good. We're living out our Austin Powers fantasy here with our old British Jag.
Yeah, baby!
Tiny mirrors, not helpful. But hey, in a car like this, everyone will get out of your way. More weird English stuff is that your interior door release, you push down, which once you realize it makes sense, but you think you'd kind of pull up. So More weird stuff. It's English. What do you want? So there it is, the 1968 Jag. Some easier repairs than expected for an old English car, which is awesome. And it is just a beauty to have around the shop and a super cool driving experience. Something you just don't get from anything else, even really European. The English cars are very distinctive. Like I said, in this beautiful California sage, it is absolutely stunning, especially here in the sunlight. But there it is. It'll go home now, and then in the fall, maybe we'll reconvene with some air conditioning and so forth. But if you like what you see here, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. You won't miss any of the fun stuff we have here at DC, and we'll see you on the next video.